Can't wait to get to this one on Billboard's Hot 100, February 10th, 1973. Let's get to it right now. Let me bring it up for you. Before I get to this Lost 45, boy, is it lost. Let me give you some of the big hits that you're probably familiar with off this Hot 100 to give a little perspective. Funny Face by Donna Fargo at number 39. And I Got Ants in My Pants by James Brown. Don't Let Me Be Lonely Tonight by James Taylor on here. Peaceful, Easy Feeling. Everybody remembers that one by the Eagles. And let's see, Cover the Rolling Stone by Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. And Reelin' and Rockin' by Chuck Berry. Boy, he did a fantastic. It was a rendition of one of his older records that he brought back. I believe it was live, and Dreidel by Don McLean. Now that's a Lost 45 right there. Maybe I need to talk about that on down the road. But let's go to this. Oh God, this is completely lost. Let's go all the way down to the bottom rungs of Billboard's Hot 100. Now here's the deal: we got Vicki Lawrence making its debut with the night the lights went out in Georgia at number 100. Tossing and Turning by Bunny Sigler, just talked about that, debuting at number 99. Now at number 98, up two from 100 the week before. Love Music by the Raiders, that's right, produced by Mark Lindsay. Now, here's the thing about this song. It's a decent record. It doesn't have the energy. It doesn't have the rawness of some of the earlier records like Just Like Me and Hungry. Remember Hungry back in the summer of 66? Boy, it started back in the fall of 65. They had that instrumental like Long Hair in 61, but really, when I think of Paul Revere and the Raiders, I'm thinking of fall of 65, Just Like Me, and then there was Hungry in the summer of 66, and then there was Good Thing in 1966. I mean, there was that incredible amount of sexual energy that was thrown into these records, that was thrown into these melodies, that was channeled to commercial fame. And of course, Him or Me. Oh God, remember that? Anybody out there remember Him or Me? Got that fantastic country picking. 1967, summer of 68. You Shouldn't Take It So Hard. One of my favorites. God, I was in love with that record. A friend of mine would play that song over the stereo system. I'd just freak out. He'd just laugh at me. And of course, there was Mr. Sun in 1969, and Birds of a Feather in the fall of 1971. I guess that was our last top 40 hit that I remember by Paul Revere and the Raiders. This did not make. Love Music was a good record. It was just, it was a, well, it was a good record, but it just was not a big hit. Produced by Mark Lindsay, but guess who wrote this record? I'm going to talk to you about Brian Potter. No, yeah, Brian Potter and Dennis Lambert. Boy, they wrote some phenomenal songs back in the early 70s. 1971 was a big year for Brian Potter and Dennis Lambert. They wrote Two Divided by Love by the Grassroots. Remember that? I think they wrote it with Steve Barry back in the fall of 1971. They wrote It's a Crying Shame by Gail McCormick, also in the fall of 1971. And Dennis Lambert and Brian Potter, they wrote Don't Turn Your Love Out. What was that song? Don't Pull Your Love Out on Me, Baby. Remember that? Hamilton Joe Frank, written by Dennis Lambert and Brian Potter. And they also wrote, now they produced, these two guys later produced Rhinestone Cowboy, the Rhinestone Cowboy album by Glenn Campbell. They wrote that song. Remember that song by Glenn Campbell that came after Rhinestone Cowboy? It was trying to remember the timeline around the fall of 75, maybe winter and spring of 76, somewhere in there. You remember that song Country Boy, You Got Your Feet in L.A.? They wrote that. Brian Potter and Dennis Lambert, the unsung heroes behind the scenes. Gotta give a shout out to Dennis Lambert and Brian Potter. Now here's something else that they did. 1972, Brian Potter and Dennis Lambert, they were songwriters with the ABC Dunhill record label when they signed up to Four Tops. The Four Tops left Motown, and they teamed up with Dennis Lambert and Brian Potter. They produced the Keeper of the Castle album along with Steve Barry, which featured Ain't No Woman Like the One I Got, written by Dennis Lambert and Brian Potter. And Keeper of the Castle, one of the best songs the Four Tops did. Late 72, early 73. That's a lost 45 right there. You never hear that on the oldies stations anymore. So now we go back to this song, Love Music by the Raiders. It was a decent record. It's nice to listen to. Didn't do very well, though. Let's bring up that Hot 100. It peaked at, oh my goodness, peaked at 97. That's it. On Billboard's Hot 100 for 5 weeks. The Raiders, Fading Away. Love Music, off of Billboard's Hot 100, February 10th, 1973, but written by two legendary songwriters you never heard of before, Dennis Lambert and Brian Potter.